we do want to mention gas prices because gas and oil has been skyrocketing 7 days into the war. We know it is already taking a toll on the economy. U.S. crude oil prices were up to more than $85 a barrel. That's a 20% increase in prices since the war began. And the surge in oil prices coincides with a worse than expected jobs report for February. The U.S. lost 92,000 jobs last month, and the unemployment rate rose slightly to 4.4%, up from 4.3% in January. This is the third time in the last 5 months the job market has clocked significant losses. So our Kelly O'Grady is going to help make sense of all of this. She's here at the stock exchange. She's on CMO. She's on SatMo. She's everywhere.
I've cloned myself.
And it is incredible how much you are working for us. Let's talk about the data, though, in this jobs report. Break it down here and whether you think these numbers are going to stick.
So February was very specific because we had impacts in the leisure and hospitality industry as well as in healthcare that you won't see in every other month, right? Remember all the weather, the winter storms, right? That impacts jobs. And also there was a huge healthcare strike at one of the biggest healthcare firms in the U.S., Kaiser Permanente. So that is really what's driving a big part of those losses. That being said, there were a number of sectors, construction, transportation, warehousing, that saw losses. And so I think as you put this into context of everything that we're talking about with the war in Iran and rising oil prices, none of what we are seeing now is factoring in how companies are going to think about those rising energy prices. So this is not great. I don't want people to panic, but now we need to think about the next few months and how that might impact some hiring decisions. And that's really where we're going to see the meat.
So right now, I think the price per barrel is $85. This was an increase from 80. Matt Gutman had said that some experts are telling him it could go up to 150 a barrel. What would that look like for you and me?
So actually, it's at 91 now. This is a very quickly moving. This happened in the last couple of hours. And if it were to go up to 150, I mean, you are going to see gas prices back up to record highs. Remember, summer of 2022, oil was about, I want to say, between 120 and 140. And that's when you saw that record $5.01 gas price. We are nowhere near that. We're at 332 right now, but we are also not near 150. I think the thing to remember is that for oil prices to get to that high level that resulted in those high gas prices, it took months. So if this conflict does last for months, that is likely where we are heading, but we are a long way off from that.
Okay, and finally, before we let you go, probably to do another TV hit, let's talk about tariffs, because Customs and Border Protection told a judge today it can't comply with getting these refunds out. We're talking about $166 billion collected under these reciprocal tariffs. What do they say is preventing this, and what happens next?
Infrastructure. So they're saying that they don't have the technology and infrastructure to issue the vast volume of refunds that they would need to for all of these different businesses. They do say that they are working on a workaround and they're beefing up that technology. But for small businesses that are looking for those refunds, certainly not what they want to hear. They need that money now.
Okay, Kelly O'Grady, thank you so much.